Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Omaha, ready, move!
Now Hall to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
50-50.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Jets had 8 and 6 now on the year, and they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he is going to have the Jets first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Alert! 10.
Hall again on 2nd down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Throwing is Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Barker. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Second down and goal. Stafford. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Omaha, ready to move. Hey, 22. Look at him.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 31, Allen. That is complete downfield to Knox. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend. And usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
We talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. For a tight end, some of the best hands in the game.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On play action, Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop. Hall has it knocked loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery, escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Allen going to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. But Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of it. And that's caught inside the 35. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this 1st quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. It completes it once more to Anderson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And some space here. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid on picking up a 1st down.
Hey, 22!
From the red zone now, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football
32.
first.
59. Hey, 70.
They'll run with Hall. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Monday. Middle.
They'll look to run with Hall. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
You want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is third and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with career touchdown number 60.
And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson. Up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
They run again on first down. Cook.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. They run it again with Cook. And we'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing is Allen on third. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Allen, setting up the screen for Cook. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Allen. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. The kick by Bass is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
40 got 40 got
Stafford now to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Stafford. He finds his man complete. It's Barker. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with. Drills the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling.
Pass on for the extra point.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He finds his man, complete. That's Barker. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
Patterson's kick is good. Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all time. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the 1st half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the 1st half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense? When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Allen maybe with a free play. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. to the air. Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Amari Burnham in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, the Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now it's Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a wall here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Up the middle is Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 54 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They'll go again with Hall. Room here to run. A solid stiff arm. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 33. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Stafford. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and goal from the 1. Play action. Stafford. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jets go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. They will take a 7-point lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score. He's got him in, complete, past the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Jets on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Ball again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 37. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
He finds his man, complete. That's Barker. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and then they'll try to duplicate that success here.
There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Hey, go here.
Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorted the sticks.
Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. And he'll find Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He finds his man, complete. That's Barker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up your first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Go here. You're right. 22.
They'll give to Hall. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
32.
Stafford on 3rd down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. He will take a 7-point lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking,
My replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Allen going to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Second and 4. Here's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give the Cook out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Allen's throw here taken in by Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to go out extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Pass on for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
A handoff for Hall. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on 2nd down, but the clock still runs. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Hey, 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 hey.
Stafford. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Fourth down now defensively. Charles, you know they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Allen steps away to his left. Going deep for Diggs. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. But he could not. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here's Cook again.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40. 20. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown. Crazy inning, a defensive score wins it.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
But, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Jets, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo,
this loss really hurts their